Yo, what's up, everyone? Welcome back to the True Blue Podcast. I'm your host, Zachary Sucardary, and I'm coming to you live from Rio de la Rancho, New Mexico. Russian Rio. Shout out to my uncle. My uncle gave me a gift card to probably Sam Goody. In 2000, let me think, 2003 to 5, I can't remember the year. And when I used to get gift cards or money from my relatives, the thing I would buy, I'd want to show them and say, hey, look what I bought with your money. And it was usually music. 10 out of 10 times it was music. And in that case, it was the Russian Rio DVD. And I was showing my uncle, and he was like, very cool. So, shout out to Russian Rio, and shout out to my uncle. Coming before you, God, what the fuck is today? Let me check here. The 14th. You know, it's someone's birthday today. I don't know whose, but someone in my life has a birthday today. So whoever you are, I'm thinking of you. I'm thinking of your spirit. You ever have that feeling where you're like, it's someone's birthday today. It's something's happening today. And that's just what I feel. I feel that a lot. I'm good with birthdays. Because, literally, you get one fucking day a year. I won't forget your birthday. I won't forget people who mean a lot to me, their birthdays. So, yeah, here we are. It's very fall. The trees, the leaves are just so vibrant. Where I moved to, it's right by the river. The Rio Grande, and it's very lush with trees. Very, very beautiful, you know? New Mexico is a desert, but man, there's so much beauty here, you know? Gosh, it's such a beautiful place, and I still look at it with fresh eyes. Sometimes that's the secret to life, is fresh eyes. Really is. And I had fresh eyes and fresh senses when I would enter my apartment of 14 years that I'm moving out of. I lived in New Jersey with 5 people with 1 bathroom. And although I loved all the people I lived with, it was a pseudo-nightmare. Very much a challenge to live with them. I remember growing up sharing a room with my mom and my sister. And then I had to share a room with my older brother. And that was a challenge. We're very different. To this day, very different. Very different. And then I moved out to Hawthorne with my friend and his girlfriend. And I lived above this Italian couple, and they were awesome. They were so cool. The landlord used to make wine in the basement. He had a really nice garden. They loved me because I paid rent all the time, on time. I paid with a money order because I worked at a credit union, so I always I was always good for it, whereas my roommates weren't so consistent. And I was there about a year, and then my roommates just made it shitty, and I had to peace out. So I moved back, and then my mom went to share a room with my brother, and I had my own room, which was pretty rad. And then they were happier because I could not share a room with my brother. It would have been hell. I probably would have had to move somewhere else because it would have been hell. But yeah, I had my own room let's see here. I moved back in 2002, moved out in 2006, about 4 years. it was cool. My parents, they would let me smoke weed and have people over, have girls over. It was awesome. Yeah, I lost my virginity in that room. It was awesome, you know. Yeah, I had some great convos, listened to a ton of good music. I had posters of Morrissey and all kinds of dope shit. Yeah, a lot of changes there. And then I moved out to New Mexico, and I moved around here a little bit. Santa Fe, Pecos, Santa Fe, and then Albuquerque. But moving into my apartment, it was just like every fucking day felt like it was my first day living by myself. Because living with people, especially growing up, was just such a challenge. I was never home alone. Ever. I had my uncle, my grandmother, my mom, my sister, my brother. And again, I love these people, some in, different degrees than others, but still, to live alone was just amazing. And then, like in Jersey, you're paying a ton of money for your apartment, and you're paying a ton of money for a nice view. And I had a beautiful view of the mountain and of the city. Like, it's, as far as my apartment, where it was located within the apartment complex, it was one of the best. The best. So I'm moving out, and it's kind of a bit sad. Bittersweet, I guess, is the right word for it. Just cleaning things out. I moved a bunch of stuff. I'm moving to Rio Rancho. And I donated a bunch of stuff today and yesterday. I donated some stuff, most of my really nice furniture, to the battered women's shelter or something like that. And I felt really good about it. And trust me, I am the last person to be like, hey, I donated today. Oh, I gave blood. Oh, I'm such a good person. But just that I could help out people who are in that kind of a struggle makes me feel really good. And I want to do more to help out, like, battered women. Because just, like, all right, so I was raised by women, my mom and my grandmother. And then just, having close relationships with women, whether romantic or just friendships, I learned a lot about their history. And I hate to say it, but it seems like a lot of them have gone through some hardcore shit. And I used to listen to the Police Scanner, and there was so much domestic violence. I think it was 10:15. 10:18 was drunk, and 10:15 was domestic. And domestic could be anything. It could be two roommates, beating each other up, or two brothers, or whatever. But in large part, it was couples. And it's just so prevalent. So, I don't know, it just felt good. And, like, my friend who helped me bring all my furniture there, I was telling him, man, I want to help out more. Like, I want to do something. So, to be continued. I'll keep you posted on, like, what I come about with volunteering, or, I don't know. I want to, like, I've been thinking about a career change, and I just want to help people out. Like, my whole fucking life as a kid, I'm just like, I want to help people out. I want to make people feel not so alone in this world. And if I can do that for a living, fuck yeah. So, we're going to catch you up since we last spoke. I'm going to talk some self-care, read some poetry, and I got some music for you guys. So, let's do a little bumper for since we last spoke. You want to get me murderous? Put something in my passenger side, like my passenger side floor. I'm sure there's a smarter way to say that. But when, like, I have, like, a bottle of water rolling around when I turn, I will go nuts. I'll drive off a bridge just to take this bottle of water and get it to stop rolling around. It drives me fucking insane. I just wanted to mention that. Yeah, so I'm moving in with my sister. I'm so blessed. She has a beautiful home. This is such a great opportunity for me to save money and buy my own house. She lives in Rio Rancho. And it's just a beautiful neighborhood, and I'm just so blessed to take this opportunity. I really am. I'm so grateful for my sister. Really am. God bless her. So I got the COVIDs again. I think I had COVID a couple months ago. I didn't really ever test positive for it, but boy, I was fucked up for like 3 weeks. And then I got it this time, and this time I tested positive for it. And let's just say it wasn't that bad. It was what everyone else told me the first go around was. They were like, oh yeah, I just had a little headache and I slept. The first time that I had it, which I'm pretty sure was the flu, may have been COVID, I don't know. I'd never tested positive for it, so who knows. But man, it fucked me up. Trouble breathing, couldn't sleep. It was fucked. The second time around still sucked. It still fucking sucked, but I'm glad I didn't have to take that Paxlovid bullshit. And, I'm just praying to God. Fuck all that other shit. So yeah, I had to fucking take a COVID test for my job, which sucked. Because, like, I went one day and they were closed down, and then the other day I went to the wrong Walgreens because I'm new to this side of town. And then when I went to the right Walgreens, this was actually fucking awesome. There was this kid, his parents, they were the car in front of me, and he was like hanging out the window, and he starts waving at me, so I wave back at him. He's probably like 7, 6, something like that. And he starts making all these different like signals with his hand, so I mimic him. And for like the next 5 to 10 minutes, because it's a long fucking line, I'm mimicking every symbol he does. He's making a fist, a peace sign. He's like making, like a like gun. He's doing like the devil horns. He's doing the cowabunga. And it fucking felt so cool to be connected. And this kid like got me out of my funk. It really like made my day. I'm telling you, everyone, connecting with people. It gets you outside of yourself. It's just, it was awesome. This kid hooked me up. It was such a great fucking feeling. And then I was at my apartments yesterday, and then, no, I was there Saturday, yesterday, and then today. So Saturday and yesterday, there was some ducks swimming in the pool there. Obviously the pool's not being used in November, and sometimes we get ducks. And it was awesome because I'm like throwing out all this food from my apartment that I don't like. It's all kind of gone bad. But I had a whole thing of crackers, so I broke them up. I broke up all these crackers and fed these fucking ducks. It was awesome. I felt like Tony Soprano was connecting with these ducks. And then the next day I like badged in, and my badge worked where I can like go into the pool area, and the ducks were there still. There was 2 males and 2 females. And I had even more crackers and bread, and I was breaking it up, and it was so, like, serene. Just like the kid who was waving at me, like, I felt fucking connected. And it was just kind of like, I don't know, like, the fall is such a magical time. Such a magical time, but it can also be a little bit depressing. A lot of nostalgia in the air. And, but yeah, these fucking ducks really made me feel connected. And I never have food when I come across wild animals. One time I did at my job, there was this like rabbit, and I actually had like some lettuce or some shit. And I chopped it up and I fed it to him, and he was eating it, and it felt so awesome that I got to feed this rabbit. I remember coming back and telling one of my coworkers, and she was like, "Are you serious? I can never tell when you're serious." I'm like, "Yeah, I'm serious. The fuck? I'm a human being with feelings and shit. I'm fucking connecting with the rabbit outside." I think I called it a bunny. But, rabbit, bunny, whatever. But yeah, feeding these ducks really, like, felt so good. Like, I feel like God is, I don't know. Like, he's hooking me up is the best way I can say it. God's hooking me up. In fact, I had a problem at church the other day. It wasn't my proudest moment. So I went to the Adoration Chapel. I went to church, and after church I went to the Adoration Chapel, which is a smaller chapel. And my friend's dad, Mr. Kellett, rest in peace, I was going to light a candle for him. And I had my beanie on, and I didn't have it on the whole mass, but I had it on because it was cold, and I got the COVIDs, And I put my stuff down at this pew, and this old guy looks at me, and he kind of double takes, and I'm like, okay, maybe he knows me, and I kind of look at him again, and he goes, take your hat off. He's like, you're not supposed to have your hat on in here. And honestly, I was so, like, upset that he would say that to me. Because, I don't know, it's like, all those church people who are like, follow these rules, you can't do this and that. So I just leaned in and I said, I'm sick. And then he rolled his eyes. And then the whole way up, from me walking up to like where I was going to go lay this candle down, I was staring at this fucking guy. I had my head turned and everything. And that's where I feel like I got to chill. Because like I was so pissed at this guy. Like, how dare he say some shit to me? You know? I could have fucking brain cancer. I could be bald and cold as fuck and there for half a second. And Jesus don't care. It's all man-made shit. And I respect the rules and the traditions. It's one of the things I do like about Catholicism are the traditions. But this dude was trying to police me, and I was not feeling it whatsoever. Because honestly, Jesus, he could give a shit if I had a sombrero. You know what I'm saying? And this guy is fucking trying to police me. It really fucking pissed me off. It really got me hot. But I went up there, I lit the candle, I said a prayer for my friend's dad. And then I went back and I said, I leaned into the guy and I said, have a nice day. And he's like, yeah, you too. And I gotta be honest, 90% of my have a nice day was, fuck you. 10% was taking the high road and saying have a nice day. Like trying to be like, all right, look, I can be peaceful after I just said, I'm sick. So, I don't know, like, he was right, technically, I guess, but like, go fuck yourself with that shit. If I ever saw anyone wearing a hat, anything, I ain't gonna say shit. I'm happy that they're there. And Jesus don't care. Jesus loves us no matter what. That's the best part about Jesus. He hung out with whores and drug addicts and the lame. He did miracles when they said not to do miracles. He healed people when they said not to heal people. He was a rebel. He did everything out of love. And this guy's an old schooler, all right? I get it. He somewhere means well, and he probably saw me as a young punk with a killer jawline. You know, he was probably jealous of my of my jawline. I just shaved that day too. But yeah, it got me hot. But you know, I'm making peace with it. It's, you know, it wasn't my finest moment, but you know, yeah, it was just kind of wild. So I needed those ducks. I needed those fucking ducks to help me kind of balance out all the, you know, the highs and lows, the yin and the yang. You know, I needed some serenity. So God bless those ducks. God bless those that waving kid. So yeah, that's since we last spoke. Let's get into some self-care. Blah. All right, so my self-care tip is simple this week, and it's got to do with my ducks. The self-care tip is to connect with nature. It can be very simple. Okay, here's what I want you to do. I want you to step on a leaf that you know is going to make a crunch sound, and listen to that sound. Listen to that sound, listen to how it feels on your foot, and crunch that leaf. That leaf will connect you, let you know that you're alive. That's the sound of nostalgia. That's the sound of nature. Yeah, if you get ducks at your pool, connect with the ducks. If you can smell the mountain air, smell the mountain air. We're at a very unique time where it's sort of changing into winter, but there's some fall still in the air. So connect with the fall season. It can be very depressing, I'm not going to lie. There's a lot of things happening this time of year that have happened that can really, you know, conjure up some of those emotions. But step on a leaf that you know is going to make a nice crackling sound. Feel that texture. I promise you, you'll feel connected. Think about when you were a kid and you would rake the leaves and you'd be able to jump in a pile of leaves. I mean, that is some of the best shit ever. I hope people out here in New Mexico experience that, because in Jersey, that was amazing. We would jump into piles of leaves, and then winter would come. We would fucking get off of school and go sleigh riding. We'd order Domino's pizza and tip them like tons of money. Oh, God, nothing better than that. I hope every kid gets to experience something like that. But fall is magic. Nature is magic. Even for a split second. Even if it's from your car to the front door of your home or of your office. There's something out there that wants to connect with you. You just have to take a minute to listen to it. And I swear you'll feel connected even for a split second. And that's just where it starts. So that's my self-care tip this week. Very simple. Step on a leaf. Smell the mountain air. Connect with something. Connect with something outside yourself. All right, let's read some poetry. Oh shit, I had it on mute. But yeah, I'm going to read some Jack Kerouac poetry. I got the Book of Haikus. I love Jack Kerouac. Something about him. He's so honest. It's just, yeah, there's something about his poetry and just his writing that I just connect with. It's very connected. That's a popular word in this podcast. Okay. Let's go ahead and do some reading here. The little sparrow on my eave drain pipe is looking around. The tree looks like a dog barking at heaven. Girl with wagon, what do I know? Tuesday, one more drop of rain from my roof. I found my cat, one silent star. In the morning frost, the cat steps slowly. No telegram today, only more leaves fell. Frozen in the bird bath, a leaf. First December cold, wave, not even one cricket. Cool breeze, maybe just a shill-shallying show that'll ruin everything. 50 miles from New York, all alone in nature, the squirrel eating. You see, that's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. Go watch a squirrel eat. Two traveling salesmen passing each other on a western road. The smoke of old naval battles is gone. The windmills of Oklahoma look in every direction. Dusk, the bird on the fence, a contemporary of mine. Love that. Listen to the birds sing. All the little birds will die. Yeah, that's brutal. Nightfall. Too dark to read the page. Too cold. Love that. Useless. Heavy rain driving into the sea. That's cool. Alone at home reading Yaka Dashi. Drinking tea. The bottoms of my shoes are clean from walking in the rain. Coming from the west, covering the moon. Clouds. Not a sound. Birds singing in the dark, in the rainy dawn. November the 7th, the last faint cricket. Well, here I am, 2 p.m. What day is it? In my medicine cabinet, the winter fly has died of old age. Early morning yellow flowers, thinking about the drunkards of Mexico. Wine at dawn, the long, rainy sleep. Nightfall, too dark to read the page, too dark. Love that. Crossing the football field, coming home from work, the lonely businessman. I mean, come on. How great is that? We can all picture that. That's so beautiful. Beautiful young girls running up the library steps with shorts on. B, why are you staring at me? I'm not a flower. Quiet moonlit night, neighbor boys studying by telescope. Ooh. The spring moon, how many miles away, those orange blossoms. Autumn night in New Haven, the whippin' poofers singing on the train. November, how nasal the drunken conductor's call. A black bull and a white bird standing together on the shore. Catfish fighting for his life and winning, splashing us all. Summer night, the kitten playing with the Zen calendar. Ignoring my bread, the bird peeking in the grass. Rainy night, I put on my pajamas. There you have it, some great haiku from Jack Kerouac. I think I'll bookmark that. Let's see, what can I use for a bookmark? I will use this card. All right, let's get into some music. I'll fucking talk about some amazing song here that I'm going to share on my True Blue playlist. Alrighty, so this song is by the Yeah Yeah Yeahs. It's called Different Today. It's on their EP called Cool It Down. They just released here, I think maybe last month. And I heard this song on a show called Get Off My Lawn. Great show. It's a comedy show, and they play music too. It's excellent. And they played the song, and I loved it. I'm a big Yeah Yeah Yeahs fan. I love their Show Your Bones album, and Fever to Tell, and It's Blitz. I've been a fan of theirs since, early 2000s. And this song is excellent. It's a great dance electronic song. It's more dance and electronic than their prior stuff. Their prior stuff is a little bit more like rock, punk kind of a sound. The song starts with kind of a radio effect on the vocals, and then it blossoms into regular vocals, regular clean vocals. And the song really struck me when I first heard it. You know how kind of you hear a song and you're like, wow, this sounds like between the lyrics, the melodies, the music, and then the harmonies, the way things can kind of come together in the song, you're like, oh man, this is hitting the fucking spot. And this was that song. Great female vocal. Karen O, the singer, is from New Jersey, so shout out to Jersey. The rest of the band, I think they're out of New York City. And the lyrics really speak to me. This is a great song. It's maybe just under 3 minutes. Very, very dancey, very, very relatable. Again, it's called Different Today. I'm going to read you the lyrics. I feel different today, different today, different today, I do. I feel different today, different today, different today, about you. Oh, how the world keeps on spinning. It goes spinning out of control. How the world keeps on spinning. It goes spinning out of control. How the world keeps on spinning. It goes spinning out of control. How the world keeps on spinning. It goes spinning, yeah. I feel different today, different today, different today, I do. I feel different today, different today, different today, about you. I don't want to wait till you leave to say what I really mean. No, I don't want to wait till you leave to say what I really mean. It's how I feel different. It's how I feel. I feel different today, different today, different today, I do. I feel different today, different today, different today, about you. It's how I feel. Oh, how the world keeps on spinning. It goes spinning out of control. How the world keeps on spinning. It goes spinning out of control. How the world keeps on spinning. It goes spinning out of control. How the world keeps on spinning. It goes spinning, yeah. And then she finishes off by saying spinning, 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 out. It goes spinning, 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 out. Great song. As you can tell, when she's saying spinning, 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 it goes so well with the music. I love this lyric where it changes a little bit. It goes, I feel different today, different today, different today, about you. I don't want to wait till you leave to say what I really mean. No, I don't want to wait till you leave to say what I really mean. Don't wait. Tell people how you feel. Be vulnerable. Share how you fucking feel. Tell someone you love them. Don't wait to say what you really mean. This song just hit me. It hit me right in the heart. So yeah, I just wanted to share it. It's Different Today by the Yeah Yeah Yeahs. I'll have it on the True Blue playlist. I'll share it on my Instagram, which is True Blue Podcasts. Thanks for rolling with me. I'm Zachary Sucardi. You guys have a great week, and I'll be talking to you soon. Peace, everybody.